We're actually going to start by talking about one of the most stressful challenges a person can take on, and that is moving, whether moving down the street or all the way across the country, packing up belongings and then transitioning from one home to another. Let's just face it, it can be really overwhelming. House to home moving, though, takes the worry out of a big transition with friendly professional service and a careful consideration of all those personal items that mean so much to us, right? So we have Giorgi. He is the owner of House to Home Moving, and he joins me right now to share some of his top tips for a successful move. And Jacob, it's so important that our personal items have that tender care, right? I think that's probably the biggest concern of someone when they're starting to move. So let's begin by telling us what is new with House to Home Moving.
The newest thing that we've done so far, and by the way, thank you very much for having me on the show.
Yes.
We're really excited about it. And but the newest thing we've done so far is offer employee benefits. That's been huge for us. Since day one, we've been wanting to provide our employees with benefits and dental and everything, and we're finally able to do that. But this year has been amazing. We've gotten into a bigger location, more trucks, better equipment, and we're really just proud of everything we've accomplished this year.
Well, those are all great points too, because as you know, if you have happy employees, that means happy results.
Absolutely.
And then you're better prepared also to help everybody with the big growth that you've had.
Absolutely.
So wonderful. Tell us, though, what sets House to Home Moving apart from other moving and storage companies?
I think what it comes down to is that we care a lot about what we do. It's all care. I really care about my customers. I care about my employees, and this is kind of where I have to give a shout out to my management team.
Yeah.
Carson, Justin, and Alosha. They do an amazing job for me, and together we bounce ideas off of each other. We help to get together to be better, and it kind of trickles down to our employees, and they want to do a good job for us, and that's what they do. They just do a great job for us.
Yeah, that caring just kind of carries all the way through each person involved in the move.
Absolutely.
So how are you helping to move the senior community, though?
Well, I started in the senior community. You know, that was the very first place we wanted to do business at. It was a place that I saw needed the help the most, and you know, we started doing moves where we moved their apartment into another apartment and kept it looking exactly the same. We hung their pictures, we made their beds, and that really built the foundation of where we're at. It moved to moving their children, to moving their children's friends, and from there we just really exploded in the moving industry, and it just carried us through.
Well, that's great. Because of your high quality of service, you were able to kind of carry it through the family, right?
Absolutely.
Keep it in the family.
Yeah.
But how do you keep your quality of service so high?
The quality of service is high. The employees, it really comes down to caring again. The quality of service is high because we really demand that it is high. Our employees know that. We constantly have new integration, new techniques that we use to keep a little, maybe the employees having a little fight with each other to be the better employee, and it really pans out to be everyone working together.
Yeah, it benefits everyone.
Absolutely.
When you kind of increase that standard, right?
Yes.
So tell us about some of the equipment that you use.
The equipment that we use is not much different than everyone else's equipment in the moving industry. It's just that I spare no expense. I really use the best equipment available to us, and I really am a firm believer on having the right equipment for the job, and that's one of the reasons we do estimates, is to go out there and see it so we can bring out the right equipment. And
tell me, you do free in-home estimates, is that true?
That is true.
Okay,
and
why is that so important?
It's important. It's really important to have a written estimate. So it's a free in-home estimate, and what we do is we go in there, we take a look at what needs to be moved. The customer sees us, they see a representative from the company. They're able to ask them any questions. We're able to walk through, see everything, bring out the correct tools at the time of the move. They know exactly what they need after the estimate. They know what their responsibilities are. They know what our responsibilities are. And from there, we can have just a really successful move after we've actually seen it.
Yeah, and I imagine that's probably one big part of making sure that you're properly prepared for a move, right?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
And do you have any goals for this year with your company?
Yeah, the goals, I think, to keep the high standard as we grow. We've been growing at a pretty amazing rate, and our biggest goal is just to keep that level of greatness, if you will, that the moving industry is kind of lacking right now, but we're really stepping it up, and as we get bigger, that really is our biggest goal, is just to stay on top of our game.
And so you're really invested in that.
Absolutely.
And so how do our viewers find a really good local moving company?
You can find us through our website at housetohomemoving.com. phone, of course, the 484-1144. You can find us on social media. I mean, we're out there everywhere. You can find us almost anywhere.
Wonderful. So as mentioned, you can visit housetohomemoving.com, the email info@housetohomemoving.com, and also call that number on your screen. Some great quality moving with care, as
Yes.
Jacob says, right? And
Absolutely.
that's what's so important. You know, as viewers want to hire somebody, they have to trust that someone's going to come in and care for their belongings just as they do.
Yeah, and do what they say they're going to do.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you so much, Jacob.
You're very welcome.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, everyone, make sure you stick around because after